But once it get close to that time, you know what I mean, it's time to go to work, you know? And when we go to work, y'all know what comes after that.
Well, I see their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that. You know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're gonna do the same thing with Shakur.
This is a fight that I've been kind of waiting for my entire life. I didn't have to make this fight. This fight, I could have just stayed at 135 pounds, sat comfortable at 35. I don't feel like no fighter at 135 can beat me. I made this fight happen because I know Teo is one of the guys at 140.
Tensions boiled over at the press conference when Terence Crawford lost his cool, clashing with Teofimo Lopez Sr. in a heated exchange. Crawford didn't hold back, issuing a sharp warning: step into the ring, and Shakur Stevenson is going to make his son pay. The confrontation sent shockwaves through the crowd, proving that the drama isn't just in the fight. It's already unfolding outside the ropes.
Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. fired back with confidence, asserting that his team has meticulously studied Shakur Stevenson and believes they've uncovered multiple weaknesses in his style, vulnerabilities they plan to exploit when the fighters finally step into the ring.
We want a competitive fight. We do this for the fans, you know. Ever since my son started this, you know, I told him, you know, this.
Terence Crawford didn't back down, confidently warning that Shakur Stevenson is one of the toughest fighters to beat. With elite skills, razor-sharp ring IQ, calm composure, and the ability to control every moment of a fight, Shakur poses a threat that can't be underestimated, inside or outside the ring.
It's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. You know, he got the boxing skills and the ability to, you know, do whatever he wants in the ring. You know, and it's going to be very hard to beat Shakur, you know, with the skills that he possesses and the smarts that he has. You know, and given the opportunity, I think he can pose a great threat to everybody in the division. You know, and be the last man standing given the opportunity.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. fired a bold prediction, insisting they won't let Shakur Stevenson find any comfort in the ring. He confidently claimed that, like Lomachenko and other top opponents Teofimo has faced before, Shakur will be forced into a fight he can't control, setting the stage for a shocking outcome.
A great fight. I want everybody to come and see it. If you can't, you know, just watch it on TV.
You've had to come up with some good game plans over the years to beat some great fighters, Lomachenko, Taylor, among them. How difficult is this man, Shakur Stevenson, to prepare for?
Well, I see their weakness. That's what I do. You know, we broke the code with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that. You know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're going to do the same thing with Shakur.
The tension reached a boiling point when Shakur Stevenson stepped forward, visibly heated. To confront Teofimo Lopez Sr., he didn't hold back, insisting that Lopez Sr. had no right to speak for his son, a clash of pride and intensity that set the stage for a press conference as dramatic as the fight itself.
Man, you out of your mind.
Okay.
My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against Cambosis.
You can't fight for your son. You can't fight for your son.
You gonna tell me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
I bet you gonna quit.
Yeah, okay, you gonna.
Behind the scenes, Terence Crawford trains alongside Shakur Stevenson, pushing both fighters to sharpen their skills, refine strategies, and prepare with relentless intensity. A glimpse into the dedication and discipline fueling their highly anticipated clash.
I almost missed that one. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here it goes. Here it goes.
God,
Here it goes, bro. He trying to run me into the wall. Y'all didn't see that? He trying to... Man, I performed. You know that? I told y'all what I was going to do. I was going to come out here and beat his ass every game. And look, he's thinking about saying, let's play.
Shakur Stevenson stays laser-focused on his goal of becoming a champion, meticulously following his game plan, honing every skill, and maintaining strict discipline, leaving nothing to chance to ensure he performs at his absolute peak once the bell rings.
Went up to 140, I said, let me get the Ring Magazine champion. Let's fight that guy. Let's fight the guy that's the guy. And all that more pressure stuff don't mean nothing. As long as I'm like locked in and I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing, nothing else matters around me. That 4-weight world champion, it means everything to me. That's me separating myself. A lot of these guys that they claim is the guys nowadays, none of them can say that they are a 4-weight world champion. Honestly, for a minute before Devin went and did it, none of them could say they was really 3-weight world champion. So now for me to go to the 4th and the next level is a different type of thing. And a lot of people got to respect me, because at the end of the day, if they don't respect me, they don't got no choice.
Analyst Henry breaks down Teofimo Lopez's fight against George Kambosos Jr., revealing a vulnerability in his style. While Lopez's low lead hand works well to set up jabs and keep opponents off balance, it becomes a liability when he attacks aggressively. Kambosos exploited this perfectly, drawing Lopez in and landing devastating counterpunches with flawless timing, a moment that exposed a critical gap in Lopez's otherwise dangerous arsenal.
Teofimo Lopez has a bit of an issue. It's something that it's not always an issue, but it's something that certain fighters can turn into a weakness for him, and it's something that is a weakness for him when he fights the way he did in this fight. And that is the low lead hand that he has. It's great when you are trying to set things up. It can be really good when you're jabbing because it's out of your opponent's eye line very often. They can't see it coming. But when you're being this aggressive, it simply does not work, in my opinion. And there were multiple times in this fight where George Kambosos just let Teo come to him and caught him with powerful, aggressive counter punches. I'd say that Kambosos found his range and his timing very, very quickly in this fight. And I'm just going to show you a couple of moments here in round 1 that really stood out to me where Teofimo Lopez was being exceptionally aggressive. So you can see with this lead hook here that George Kambosos lands as a counterpunch. It's a very, very key shot for anyone who is facing Teofimo Lopez. And I'm just going to break it down for you now. So the thing about Teofimo Lopez is, because he can be...
Analyst Henry highlights a pivotal moment in round 1 against Kambosos, where a perfectly timed lead hook exposed the danger in Lopez's lunging attacks. Lopez often steps first to load his front foot, then shifts with a pendulum motion, creating wide stances and low hands. Even with his chin tucked, this stance compromises his balance and leaves openings. Kambosos capitalized brilliantly, landing a checking left hook, slipping away, and following up with a thunderous overhand right that shook Lopez and sent ripples of panic through his corner.
Expect someone to really attack you from that range in boxing, but he does. And the thing about the way he does this is there's usually a bit of a tell. So watch here. What he does is he takes a step first to load that front foot, which then permits the pendulum step. It allows him to shuffle in, and I'll show you what I mean by that as you're watching here. Let me just undo that. 2 small arrows is what I'm looking for. So watch here. Leans on that front foot, and then he goes with the pendulum. Back foot in, lead foot forward, and he lands in this position here. Now you can see the problem with this position here is that his balance is going to be hard to get because his feet are so wide and his hands are low. So whilst his chin is tucked in, that's good. His hands are low. And as he throws, Kambosos has that lead hand ready and waiting. Watch what happens here. He quickly leans back, he fires that check left hook, and he gets out. Beautiful work. Now, the other moment that we need to see from this one is probably the most dramatic moment of his career, where he landed an absolutely huge counter overhand right. And it definitely shocked Teofimo Lopez. It was what caused all the panic in the corner. I don't think he thought he could.
Regis Prograde believes Shakur Stevenson holds both a mental and technical edge over Teofimo Lopez. While acknowledging Lopez's raw athleticism, Prograde emphasizes that talent alone isn't enough at the elite level. Lopez can flash brilliance, but he often struggles with consistency, losing focus at crucial moments. Stevenson, by contrast, approaches every fight with a clear strategy, patience, and discipline, making him exceptionally hard to outmaneuver.
Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, that definitely makes sense. Who do you think is going to win that fight?
I got Shakur for sure. Shakur.
Do you think he wins this comfortably, or do you think it'll be a close fight?
I think he wins it comfortably. Yeah, I think he wins it comfortably. I think, Shakur. I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You can see in some fights he struggles. Teo does struggle. Now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles. And, he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But
Michael Conlan calls the showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson one of the most electrifying matchups in boxing today. On paper, it's a collision of two elite fighters, each bringing distinct strengths and skills to the ring. Conlan emphasizes that both Lopez and Stevenson have proven their talent, precision, and ability to perform under intense pressure, making this fight a must-watch spectacle for fans and analysts alike. A battle where every move could swing the momentum in an instant.
After that, I feel like, Shakur is probably going to start stepping up, and Teo's going to try to hit him, and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds for sure.
Have you sparred Lopez before?
I never sparred Teo, though. Never.
Teofimo Lopez opens up about his training approach, revealing that he's been keeping things light lately, enjoying the process, having fun in the gym, and staying relaxed while remaining focused. He emphasizes that this balance helps him stay sharp without burning out, maintaining both his energy and confidence as fight night approaches.
About the fight?
I don't know, man. I feel.
You've been playing these little mind games. I love it. And the little interviews.
I'm just having fun, man. I'm just being fun.
Yeah. The boxing world needs that too. The promotion, they just put out the Versace interview, right? And we wanted to see that early, right when you guys did it.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're doing real good, though. They're promoting it well right now.
You like how they're promoting it? You think it's like they were talking about this like the leaders of the new school? That's how you feel?
I mean, it's got to be. Ain't nobody else doing it like we doing it.
Antonio Tarver examines the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson matchup with the eye of a seasoned analyst, looking far beyond records or recent performances. He warns that judging Lopez solely by his last few fights would be misleading. There's a deeper layer to his skill set than stats can reveal. Tarver highlights Lopez's natural athleticism, raw power, and fight IQ, emphasizing that when these tools are used effectively, he becomes a genuine threat to any opponent in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, smart money would be on the boxer, Shakur Stevenson, winning the decision. But, if Lopez can make this fight, a lot tougher than expected, and he's going to have to exchange with Shakur. He's a fast fighter. We don't know who's the quickest or fastest here. You have to give the speed edge to Shakur. But if Lopez can punch with this fast guy, make him a little bit cautious and a little bit leery of what's coming back, that serves him well. But Teofimo is one of the best conditioned fighters out there. If this fight goes late, you can expect him to be pushing forward round 9, 10, and 11 if it goes late.
Yeah, a big question is always like what Teo is going to show up. And like when everyone's counted out Teo, it's actually been the times where he's like upset people, like against Lomachenko or against Josh Taylor.
At the same time, Tarver recognizes Shakur Stevenson's technical brilliance, keen tactical awareness, and mastery over controlling the pace of a fight. For him, this matchup isn't just about wins or losses. It's a captivating chess match where each fighter must adapt, adjust, and execute strategy under intense pressure, making every second in the ring a test of skill, intelligence, and composure.
Fights to the level of his competition. And I've been thinking like, hey, if we get the best version of Teo, like the Teo that showed up for those fights, does that Teo beat the best Shakur?
It would have. I mean, I think that's the only chance he got, is to really be his ultra self. You know, doing all the things that makes him Teofimo Lopez. The footwork could be a major advantage for him. You know, being able to get inside. You know, a lot of times he fights free. You know, he don't really have a style. He does what it takes. And he's a gutsy fighter. You know what I mean? Real gutsy. He's not going to be leery to take chances. He's a gambler in there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a live underdog, I would say. A live underdog. But if he's to win this fight, I think he has to probably stop Shakur Stevenson. He's going to have to hit him with something. And let's hope Shakur...
And the question remains, will Shakur Stevenson's hands hold up under the pressure? Gary Antone Russell offers an inside look at Shakur's training camp, spotlighting the discipline, structure, and relentless intensity of his workouts as he prepares to face Teofimo Lopez. Every drill, every sparring session.
That's when one person stay in the middle and they just spot everybody that one person stay in while they keep... That's what that was. That's what I was doing. It wasn't just Shakur there. It was Shakur there. Richard Hitchens was there. He didn't want to spar. Who else was there? I want to say... What? Keyshawn brother was there. Keyshawn Davis' brother was there, but he was just there as a spectator. I was about to spar with Troy Isley. Right. Did some rounds with Troy.
You sparred all of them.
Not Keyshawn brother. That was another day. But they was all there. All of them was there. That whole little camp. And there was another gym that was there too. So it was like two gyms that came to give us some work.
Shakur Stevenson approaches each day with unwavering focus, executing every drill with precision while keeping his overall game plan in mind. His sparring sessions are designed to replicate real fight scenarios, forcing him to anticipate different styles and counters.
In the middle, and I did my rounds, boom. Did 6, hopped out, did 6 more. No, did 7 more straight. 6, hopped out, did 7 straight, boom. And the rounds that y'all seen with Shakur was the ass in my last round.
Oh, back end. The back end.
Yeah, that was the last round. That was the last round. I'm like, all right. And they was doing like 3, hop out, or 2 and hop out, 2 and hop. So it was fresh. It was fresh, and it was before the Olympics. Motherfuckers is getting that grown man strength and that beefy body now. Like, come on, bro. Like I said before, still stands. Skills pays the bills. So you can be strong and big. If I'm gonna outskill you, then I'm gonna outskill you.
Yeah, we just saw that with Canelo and Terence, man.
Exactly.
Crazy.
When discussing his upcoming fight, Shakur Stevenson radiates calm confidence and self-assurance. He approaches the matchup with laser-focused clarity, never showing intimidation or letting outside criticism rattle him. Instead of reacting to doubt or hype, he views this fight as a natural step in his journey and growth as a fighter, emphasizing preparation.
It's cool. I mean, that's their opinion. Like, you know, they could say that. But I know he never fought nobody on my level. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Teo has never seen nobody as good as me in his life.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. Bud is too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not gonna say he's on a Terence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
One thing that was interesting to me was it seemed like you were going to move on from Matchroom, but now Eddie Hearn is involved in this, and this is a Matchroom event. It seems. What is the state of your relationship with Eddie and Matchroom at this point?
Eddie's my guy. I'm actually not signed to Matchroom, but he's my guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Hearn, and nothing but respect to him. But I'm glad he's the promoter that's on his card. I'm glad to share the spotlight with his promotional company.
So if he's your guy, how come you're not signed to Matchroom?
I mean, it's just business. If it makes sense, then I will. You know, if it come down to it and that's what makes sense, then we'll do it. But right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Okay, so are you just more of like your own man at this point? Your own entity?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you negotiate with the ring people, with Turkey? You just do that yourself?
No, me and my manager, Jay Prince. Yep.
Okay. And does that work for you? Do you feel like this could be something that could just work for you for the time being?
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned, because the story isn't over, and the next chapter is about to get even more intense.